Hello, everyone. Coming to you very low tech tonight, right? Ooh, let me change my glasses first. Sorry. I have live glasses and then regular glasses. Not really. I have computer glasses and then other glasses. And if I don't wear the computer glasses, I get some red eyes by the end of the night. Hello, Kathy. I can see you. And I'm not going to bring you on camera. It says I can bring you on camera. Wouldn't you freak out? If all of a sudden I was like, and everybody, here's Kathy Strange. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. And then I was trying to clean my glasses and that's not working. It looks like it has some ink on them. Anyway, I wanted to start this way before I point you down. We are going to work on cards tonight, but I want you to see just a little bit behind me here. This is just some of the reorg that took place. This was a good reorg, as opposed to like a corporate reorg, right? So this was just a reorganization of all my stamping supplies and other things that need to be housed in this room because my house is pretty small, and like most people, I wish I had more storage. So anyway, I just wanted you to see what's behind me. I've been very happy with it. I've been working with it for about a week, and we will have, well, it'll be a tiny tour. That's what I'm going to call it, right? Because it's literally a tiny tour. We'll have a tour as soon as I talk to one of my girlfriends and rope them into running the camera for it. Okay. So I'm going to talk with them on Saturday, and they don't know it yet, but I'll be asking them. So I also got rid of Switcher. It was not working for me. It was more of a hindrance than a help. And my first priority when I'm doing lives, and the thing that I love and the thing that I think you like, is to have a good camera on my hands, making cards, right? That's what we do. So I'm not going to mess with Switcher anymore until it has some definite changes to the system. And I don't see that happening. So anyway, you just got me low tech for now on. So let me get closer here. I won't always come on, we won't always have FaceTime, but for right now, I am going to go to the other side, and then I'm going to go upside down. Okay, and then I'm going to bring you down to the table, and I'm taking a quick look to make sure it's not completely messy. It's okay. It's okay, but we'll check it out here. So the way this goes, it's a little odd because of the way I have to put the camera in here. It's not anything anyone really cares about unless you've done your own lives, and then you know. It just depends on how the camera is focused. So let me grab a quick picture of myself here, get up on the big screen, so to speak, so I can see what you're seeing and see where this thing is pointed. I tried to clear the clutter. We'll see how successful I was at that. All right, there I am, and I know I need to silence myself. Boy, how many times have I heard that? Okay. Oh, goodness, that still looks backwards, doesn't it? That's no good. Oh, shoot. Okay. After all that, that's a little odd. Put yourselves away if you don't want to see this. It'll make you sick before we even get started, right? I'm so sorry. Like I said, we won't be looking at the camera every time. And there's my neck upside down. Oh, great. Lovely. Okay, here we go. Oh man, I just have to laugh at myself, right? I'm glad that this is not the first time I've been doing this. Now it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. We'll get it here. It'd be really easy if I didn't mind shooting my video upside down. I am not that talented. A couple of people do that. Karen and Tim do that. And Rhonda Wade does that. And no, I cannot do it. I think I have to be more talented than I am. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Looks good enough. Might be a little close. So if it is, I'll fix it. Ross says, there you go. I know, right? I was like, 3 Kathys are here. I figured 3, you know, I was like, I'm gonna post this picture of one of their cards, and then I bet 3 Kathys are gonna report for duty. Did the 3 Kathys get their cards? I hope so. I know, Kathy Sanford. Some days are like that. It's okay. I knew it was going to be a little more clunky doing it that way, but like I said, just in a nutshell, for the cost of Switcher, it doesn't work for me because it only runs on mobile devices, and I want it to run on my desktop. I don't want to have like basically a third device in here. Like, I'm a one-man shop, so I think that just causes more confusion than anything else. And it's not like, last time I checked, this thing isn't going to be picked up for syndication, so I think we're going to be good. Hey, you guys, this is exciting though. The one thing that I did get fixed yesterday is that I got new internet. So let's just hope we're going to move right along. It's been nothing but fantastic for the last 24 hours. So you are in the house of 5G now. Woo, it'd be too quick for me. All right, let me show you what we're going to play with tonight. I got this today, just a few hours ago, and I absolutely love it. And I've been loving it and admiring all of the creations made with it. I hope some of you have this. And if you do, let me know, and let me know how you like it. So this is in the annual catalog. No, it's not. It's in the holiday catalog, isn't it? Life is Beautiful. It is Leanne Greff's $1 Million inspired stamp set. And I really think she outdid herself. We have lots of things that are about nature, right? But this one's just kind of cool. It's a little, I would say it's a perfect balance between whimsical and realistic to me. It is a distinctive stamp. If you don't have this set, wait until you see how the tree stamps. It itself is beautiful. It's like just kind of unreal. So anyway, it is a stamp set. It does not have coordinating dies. But that doesn't matter because we're going to use some of our other absolutely beautiful dies. And you can hear me off to the side here. I'm sorry. I really was preparing, but I was cutting paper. I figured you really didn't want to watch me doing that. I was cutting paper, I was talking to dogs, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh my gosh, it's 6:55. Okay, let's see here if I can tell you, because it's such a great value for how versatile it is. Page 51 of the annual catalog. Okay, look, I was like 2 pages away, of course. So here it is, and it tells you, of course, it is $1 million designed stamp set. Leanne Greff sold $1 million of product. That's a lot of stamp sets, isn't it? And it tells you also that it's distinctive, just what I was saying. So it has a little bit of photorealism to it. You get a lot of different subtle differences in the colors from just one stamping. That's really fun. Oh, and I'm glad I opened this. This reminded me of the beautiful blue gems that we can use. Now here they are also featuring a great set of gold cards and envelopes. I don't have these yet, but I'm going to get them. They're standard size, so they're not Memories and More. They're standard size. 10 cards and envelopes, $1 a set. That's great. And they're golden vanilla. So I think they're really pretty. They would definitely lend themselves well to this, like I said, this nature slash whimsy. Don't you love the birdhouse? Well, if you don't love the birdhouse now, you'll love it. You'll love it after you see it. Yes, Roz, it reminds you of Sheltering Tree. Exactly. That's what I thought. But it was kind of like Sheltering Tree 2.0, right? Sheltering Tree got a revamp. And she's looking pretty good. So we're going to use 2 different sets of paper. Beautiful DSPs. I haven't been using them so much. I don't know why, but I think because I've been doing more technique videos. So I was like, I've got to get the DSP out because it's beautiful. We're going to use some of this gorgeous In Good Taste. This is in the annual catalog. And then we will also use some of the Snowflake Splendor, which I'm in love with. Look at that. And then I kind of got my little colors a little. I thought I was going to have room for one more down there, right? But I didn't. That's okay. It's basically Highland Heather and Olive Our Blues. And it is stunning. The paper has different techniques on it, or it's pictures of different techniques. You can see here it looks like they did sorts of watercolor washes and then threw salt on them. And we'll have to do that sometime in real time. But we don't have to right now because they've done it all for us and put it into a beautiful DSP. So I am really liking this paper. I've been wanting to use it. And I thought this would be kind of an interesting mashup. We'll see if it works, right? I am going to stop for just a minute now. And I'm going to say hi, probably not to every single one of you. And I apologize. Yes, happy Thursday for sure. And there is my favorite North Carolinian, Pam. She's on here. I knew it. You can set your clock by Pam, right? Just follow Pam and you'll never miss a Stampin' Zoo Live. Hi, Donna, and there's Susan just getting home from work, and Kathy Sheely, and it must be Kathy Sanford and Kathy Strange too. Yep, I see ya. Jill is directing me. Thank goodness, Jill. I need you here in person, girl. And hello, Denise. We just talked not long ago. And Brene. Hi, Brene. I hope you're having a good week. Hope you had a good weekend with maybe with your mom and your sister. Yes. So just junk mail today. Oh, I think I sent, well, you know what? I had them out there on Saturday, but I must have missed the mail. So I don't think my letters went out until Tuesday, actually. So just hold tight, Kathy's and other ladies. I also sent out all of the envelopes for the Chopped. I should talk about that real quickly. So if you signed up to be in Chopped, expect that if you've not already seen it yet. And if you haven't, you know what? We still have time. And I feel like I can bend my own deadlines for a while, right? Jen and we set up the deadline for the 5th, but it's fine. If you still want to do this, please let me know. I would like you to let me know like by noon tomorrow, because I'm going to chop it myself. I'll be chopping the rest of those this weekend, and they'll go out on Saturday or Monday, depending on when you let me know. But you can read all about this over on my website, thestampinzoo.com. It's a really fun contest. It only costs $7, and if you win, you get the next month's kit for free. Yay, so fun. So you need to make your creation and get it back to me or Jen by the 24th. You just send us a picture, and then voting begins, and everyone's allowed to vote whether or not you are in the competition for the month. So that makes it really fun. And then at the end, only one is declared the Chopped champion for the month. So I hope you're going to do that. Beautiful products going out to you guys this month. Of course, it's when would I never send you anything but beautiful products? But I mean, these are really pretty. Just think about the time of year. And I see people are sharing, and I want to say thank you so much. And please feel free to share this. In fact, I encourage you, because you know, you need to share me with your friends and family. There might be some stampers out there that you don't even know about that would like to stamp with you. And believe me, there's enough of me to go around. There's enough Lisa for everyone. So please feel free to share. And I thank you for that in advance. You help my small business so much just by doing that. Hello, Martine. Bonjour, ça va, Martine? My favorite little Quebecois. Okay. What are we going to do with this now? I am going to use the Stamparatus tonight. This is a pretty big stamp, right? And let's see. Oh my gosh. It would probably need our biggest block. Have you guys even seen this in a while? that thing. That's crazy. So we need the biggest block. The only thing on me that's small are my hands. This is hard to operate. It gets a little unwieldy and it's hard to get a great image. But obviously we don't have that problem with the Stamparatus, right? It's beautiful for the Stamparatus. And so I was playing with it a little earlier, just mixing and matching some of the different colors because I'm going to stamp on DSP tonight. So all that pretty DSP we were looking at. Plus, I also have some of the Balmy Blue glimmer paper. Now this paper is, it's in the same suite as the Snowflakes, okay? And there's iridescent ribbon that goes with it. We could maybe use that. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It even looks weird on the camera. It's like too much sparkle. The camera can't handle it. But it is gorgeous. And it just kind of reflects off of each other. And look at that. So pretty. You also have, of course, the Pool Party sheer ribbon. This is in the Whale of a Time suite from the annual catalog. But it looks gorgeous as well. Very, very tonal. So I wouldn't roll that one out. So just look in your stash. I bet you'll find something. And if you don't, oh, too bad. You'll have to order something else. That's okay. I also have some of the iridescent glimmer paper. This is all I have of it right now in my stores in this little piece. I went through all of my glimmer paper and I cut, or all of my 12 by 12 papers, and I cut them down into at least 6 by 6. That was quite a job, but I felt so accomplished. In fact, I came in and I looked at it a couple of times after I had finished it. So it was part of just organizing this room and it needed to be done. So here are a couple of options. I thought we'd start with the paper, the In Good Taste paper first, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun to stamp, you know, right on the wood pattern or on this bricks pattern? I think we'll try both and see what we prefer. And then backed with just a beautiful rich Mary Merlot and soft suede. And then I pulled some of the blues, right? This really pretty slate, or there's this one too that actually has a lot of the smoky slate in it. So we can choose one of those as well. And it has a Misty Moonlight matte with smoky slate card. So let's take a look at those. And I haven't stamped on this paper yet, so I'm not quite sure what this is going to look like. I will show you what the tree looks like just in all its simplistic glory here. Let me see. I need to be able to turn my colors around. I've got so much stuff sitting over here off to the side. That's where I'm hiding everything. You can't see it. Thank you for sharing. Oh, look at the shards. You guys are so awesome. I love it. What I need here is, what's really helpful is, you all know this if you use your Stamparatus, right? You put the stamp set itself there for a little kickstand. And it makes it a lot easier to ink up. I hope you can see that on the camera. So let's just take a look at this beautiful tree in soft suede. You can tell right away when you look at the stamp that it's a distinctive stamp. You can just tell. It's so pretty. And look at that. Just with one stamp, it's got lines, it's got different shading. This would be great for Halloween cards, I would think, too, you know, on different colors. Or you could do a black one and it would have more of a shadowy look. I think that would be really cool. So just a thought there. We're not going to take it in that direction tonight, but we could. Now I think we should just try this. And I don't know if the whole tree is even going to fit on these things, but that's part of the fun too, is we can do a partial image and have the tree like going off a little bit. And I think we should try that. Oh yeah, I think we should try that. Now I have this one on the other side. That's what's sticking to the stamp set. And let's see. Okay, this is in grays. And so I'm not going to use my soft suede. That's my normal like go-to tree color. But we can make it any color we want. Before the night is over, I promise you, I am gonna make a purple tree. And I think you're gonna like it. But right now, I think we should use, let's try Smoky Slate. And if it's not dark enough, we'll go over it with another color, because we can do that, right? Because we're on the Stamparatus. Gives you so much freedom to kind of try a color that might be too light and then just go over it. Oh, I have to move that little guy though. Okay. And then just give it some pressure. Oh, I like it. Neat. It's like lumber, wood. It all looks great. Then I'll just take this guy off. And I want to do, there's a little grounding piece, which is perfect. And I always love to kind of keep in mind where those grounding pieces are, because you can take it from this stamp set, obviously, and use it with all the rest of your little stamp sets that need trees or animals or, you know, goats to be standing on a little piece of ground. Now, why don't we put it on, I'm looking at Sahara sand, actually. I think I might like Sahara sand to be the ground part. So let's give that a try. Okay. I'm really liking this stamp set. Remember, I haven't used it. This is like my first pass with this stamp set. So if I do something goofy, just give me some grace. Not yet though. That looks great. It almost looks like a reflection pool or something down there. Really fun. I have been wanting to just work with a set that's just kind of stamping. So we can definitely cut things out, but I think it would be very easy to make a really standout one layer card with this stamp set. And this would also be, it might be a little early for you to start thinking about this, I don't know. This would be a really fantastic set to give to someone as a gift for Christmas or otherwise, if they're just starting to stamp, because the stamps themselves do so much of the work. And so you could give them that and, like, you know, 2 or 3 different inks, and they could make a lot of really beautiful cards just with this. I like that idea. I think I may have talked myself into getting some gifts. Okay, I think this one calls for, so your kind of image choices for leaves are, of course, you've got leaves. You can always use just regular leaves, right? But then there's snowflakes, and there's also just these like really whimsical bubbles. This is going to go on almost any card. This would go, it reminds me of a stamp that's in the butterfly sets, and you could definitely use it with all of that kind of stuff. Dandelions, butterflies, anything that's supposed to be like in the air. And then I love the sentiments. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I always love a hello. You can do everything with a hello stamp, right? And then the beautiful little birdhouse, so sweet. Let's take those leaves and let's make those leaves fall leaves. And they're going to be kind of, you could definitely color them with all different colors of greens. I think we should color them though with different colors of our fall colors. And I'm sure that if you lay this more in a certain direction, that they'll be connected to the limbs, but we're not even going to worry about that. We're going to do more of this kind of a thing. We're going to have a huffing situation going on here, right? You guys know what that is. Well, I hope you know what it is, the G-rated version. The only huffing I do is with our Stamp-A-Rite markers. So you could do this a couple of different ways. You could use daubers. That is a good way to do this. But we are going to color these leaves some different colors. And so the best way to do that is with the Stampin' Right water-based markers. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a big glare on that, isn't there? Okay. Oh, I see. It's on this when I turn it over. Sorry. Leslie, you're late. Oh, Sally. Oh no. Sally, I hope Sally's okay. I love Sally. Okay, this has got to be pumpkin pie. Sally doesn't feel well. My kids they're not asleep, but they were just back here, I don't know, staring at me. I don't know what was going on, but I think they thought it was time for their snack. I can't say that too loud. Cash has really taken to having a nighttime snack, and he will literally come back here and just sit behind me. And God forbid I get something out like in cellophane, like our embellishments or whatever, and he thinks it is, you know, a snack. Oh Lord, we have a hard time. There's our Mary Merlot. But no, this one is blues. So, sorry, I was thinking about the other cards. I want to stick with the grays and a little bit of, oh, let's see. We could do a little, I don't have the brand new markers, the 2022 marker set. Can you believe that? What is wrong with me? Well, I'll get them before the week is out. That's a good reminder. Let's see though. I want to kind of reiterate some of those neutrals. Well, how's everybody doing today while I'm fumbling around with these markers? I hope you guys have had a good week. My week, of course, was a little funky because we have Labor Day. And then I had a day off yesterday already because I went to have an infusion. And then I sleep most of that day, so it's all kind of wacky, right? I kind of forget. Okay, so let's just start with these and see what we like. Night of Navy, Smoky Slate, and Gray Granite. Okay, I'm going to start with these, and then we'll add in a pop of color, and maybe the blue will take care of it. But I don't want to overdo it with all of those other fall colors. We just want to see if we like this. And that's another great reason for doing this technique and for using the Stamparatus, because again, we can just come right back in, right? I probably should have used the grays first before I used Night of Navy, but I'm not going to worry about that. I can see where I'm stamping, and also, like I just mentioned, I can just come in later with more color. And so I'm just using the paintbrush end and holding it not completely flat, but I'm getting a nice, let's say like a 45-degree angle. I don't know. Kind of in between there, okay? I'm gonna huff on this. So you just have to pick it up and huff on it, you know what I mean? Like you're fogging up the window. That reactivates the ink in case it's dried in between that time. Oh, that just looks kind of weird. You know what I think I want to do is I want to get a base, a really light, I'm going to do Smoky Slate, so I can get the leaves actually colored. But I wouldn't be able to do that unless I had it on the Stamparatus, so we'll give it a try. Okay, let me get some of that Night of Navy off there. You can tell the Night of Navy, that wasn't a problem to get that going. All right, let me get the leaf shapes, some better leaf shapes here. Donna, you're doing great today. Kathy, 4 weeks since you got your new knee. You had a total like knee replacement or a knee repair. And how do you feel like, are you starting to get good movement? And getting back to being, I guess, quote unquote, normal. That's like a big thing. And then it's exciting, right? Because hopefully you won't be in a bunch of pain. Okay, so that was Smoky Slate. So I'm going to try, let's see, maybe a little bit of Basic Gray. It's like it didn't get as dark as I maybe wanted it to. So I'm just going to kind of color. We're kind of playing, aren't we? We're just kind of checking it out. So now I'm just coloring it. There's no rhyme to this. Just trying to have some kind of tri-colored leaves. And the colors are not realistic. They're kind of just in keeping with the colors of the card. Oh God, Brene. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're here. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I'm not in love with that. Well, okay. Let me just like regroup here and see if this can be retrieved. That's dark. So now we have to choose like a lighter color, don't we? To intersperse. I'm going to kind of put them over here. Basic Gray. Got too dark. Okay, I want some more blue, but I think we should put in a little Mary Merlot. I know, Denise, I need a pop of color. Exactly. Do you think Mary Merlot or do you think the pumpkin pie? Pear Pizzazz is not going to do it. I already have that navy on there, which is disturbing me a little bit. This looks like the college team in town, and I can't stand them. As much as I don't know anything about football. But I shouldn't let that bother me. I should just do it for art, shouldn't I? Let me see. What about yellow? What about Daffodil Delight? Is that too much? Maybe we could do that. Or let me grab a yellow and see what we think. Is that going to totally throw it off? How about a blue? Oh, that's what's going to be weird. No. You guys can tell me a color too. Mary Merlot. Ross says Mary Merlot. Renee says, I like we. I do not know what that is, Renee, but I know you said you had a crap day, so I'm trying to interpret, but that is a stretch. All right, I'm going to use the Mary Merlot. Let's just see what happens. And, you know, we can always like recolor this or stamp on the other side. We're off to a great start, Lisa. Okay, so let's put down some Mary Merlot. I don't really think I need to huff on it if I just go over it. Oh, man. I think I need to color more firmly. Haven't done this technique in a while. Can you tell? Okay. Guys, I'm listening to the most interesting, well, I think it's interesting. It's an Audible book, and it's called Pancakes in Paris. You know I'm a Francophile, right? You know I love anything French, let alone Paris. I'm like gaga. And so anyway, this guy, this is a true story, but he has so many pitfalls, this poor guy, that he's trying to open up a restaurant in Paris that serves, it's a diner. He wants to open an American-style diner in Paris. And I think it ends up being a success because it says that he has like 3 of them there. I don't like this. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm going to bring in, the other piece of paper. So, sorry about that, but here's what we can do. Just going to make a quick note of where my DSP is. I already cut all the DSP. The same measurements. So let's see here. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty stark. That white stucco look is pretty stark, isn't it? But that's okay because I can use that piece of DSP when I want to use the white stucco. That's not bad. Okay. And this is not in a perfect placement, so let's try that again. Let me grab our tree. Still gonna do Smoky Slate. I think that was a really pretty tree. If I can find it. There's Sahara Sand. Here we go. All right, so Pancakes in Paris, the guy, I won't tell you too much about it in case you want to listen to it. I don't know. I find both restaurant work and Paris fascinating. So the guy just goes through, I also really like books that show resilience and people overcoming adversity. This guy, you would never think it's ever gonna succeed. But you know what? He just sticks with it, and my gosh. So, it's fun. Give it a try. And also, if you have an Audible subscription, I don't know if I have a special Audible subscription or not. I only have the one that gives you 1 credit per month. But this one was a free book. It was, I don't know, it looks like they're restructuring it a little bit. So, then supposedly they give you this, like, exclusive look, right? I don't know if it's any different than it was before, but I think they've revamped their website. So anyway, I started listening to it, and before you know, it's kind of a book that makes you chuckle, right? And we need that. We can all use that. Let me just stamp these in Mary Merlot now and see what the heck happens. A deer would look great on this paper. That, I don't know if I have an actual deer stamp. I'm thinking of that Christmas stamp that was a carryover from last year, and it ended up being in the annual catalog. That's much better. That's more of the effect. I actually think I might like this print a little bit better. That's always kind of fun. I also want to have like some down here. What do you think? Is that crazy? On our ground part, maybe I'll wait to put the ground stamp on there. Like I said, these aren't really attaching. I'm not worried about attaching these to the actual limbs. I'm more worried about just creating like leaves kind of flying away. I think I like this. Like they're just gonna fly off the paper. Okay, oh. You guys are, I love when you're just having your own chats. I love that because you know what? I do come back later and I get in on the story. Don't worry. There's Michelle Wells. Hi, Michelle. You know what? I sent you the invitation and I was like, I have no idea if she's awake or asleep, but I see her name. I'm thinking of her. So, hi girl, and I hope you're doing well. Yes, this is a really fun one. Okay, now I had Sahara Sand as the ground. I'm gonna do that again. It was nice. It wasn't a complete. Yes, Susan, I do believe this tree can make a stamp for each season. And wouldn't that be pretty as a decor piece, you know, in a shadow box or something like that? That'd be really pretty. Oh, so cute. I love this In Good Taste paper. It adds so much without you having to do anything, right? It's just there already. Okay, I kind of like the birdhouse. I'm going to ask you, do you think we should do the birdhouse? I think we should. Let me figure out the color. You guys tell me if you're absolutely against it. Kathy Strange, if you're absolutely against it, I need to see your caps, right? I do need a couple of leaves on the ground. I remember I was gonna do that and then I kind of lost track of that. So thanks for the reminder. Let's see. I have to do it like they're blowing away or something. Or I can do it like this. There, I like that. What do you think about that, Brene? Like that amount. If we don't like it, we can do more. Freedom. I feel such freedom when I use the Stamparatus. Oh, you're so nice. Yes, thank you for sharing, Michelle. You're awesome. That's why you are my favorite person in all of Tasmania. And I'm sure there are a lot of wonderful people there, but not as wonderful as you. Oh, that's kind of fun. It brings them down there. They need to be, we actually need a few more. See? You're right. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a full thing on the bottom. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Brene. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, well, you know me. If that's good, more is better. Not really. I do have a problem with editing myself, though, for sure. In fact, I was working on the designs for the Charmed card kit, and which I love. I absolutely love them, but they've been sitting for a couple of days because I was just very inspired by that bundle. So they've been finished and they've been sitting there, and I actually edited one because I was like, seriously, you don't need to throw everything on that you own. But this stuff's so cute. So while I'm talking about that, that's still available too. I think I have supplies to make one more kit. And if you would like to get in on this, you can also read all about this over on thestampingzoo.com. And that's where you register and pay as well. But it's a Charmed card kit because every kit comes with a laser engraved Silvertone charm. And the first one comes with the necklace to go with it. And I choose charms that are just inspiring or, you know, positive, uplifting things. And the designs are centered around a bundle or a suite. And this month, like I said, it's Love of Leaves. And you get lots of free product, and you get supplies to make 8 cards, 2 of 4 different designs. You get a video and a written tutorial. You get, what can I say? This time you get a full package of the acorn trinkets. Look at these. They're so cool. I just sit and look at them. I've looked at them a couple times today. Aren't these so fun? I mean, they're beautiful. And they're even prettier when you put them onto a project. Let me make sure that's not too close. So anyway, you get a full packet of these. You get 20 of these. Let me bring that down. You get 20 of these. So you'll definitely have extras for other projects. And let's see, you also get a full, you get a full linen thread. So anyway, lots of good stuff in this one. I always say this is like my favorite one because I put a lot of effort into the Charmed card kits. I really like them. So I hope you guys do too. All right, what color do we want this? Now this is one that is going to be on the blue. I almost want to do it in Misty Moonlight. What do you think about that? Oh, you are the best. Kathy, I think it will get lost. Are you talking about the birdhouse? You think the birdhouse will get lost? I need thumbs up if you want the birdhouse, or sad face if you don't want the birdhouse. I'm feeling on the fence about it. So let me see some action there. Tell me what you want. And yes, okay, thumbs up, midnight. Okay, I just noticed I can't see icons. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, thank you. It's so funny because there's always that delay, and I always think like, is this thing on? And then you guys like give it to me in a big flood. So this is a birdhouse with 2 birds, one on either side. I need to pull this a little bit closer to me to make sure that this ends up being on the limb, right? So sorry for the hair. And actually this paper is really clever. Okay, I'm glad I did that in a dark color because it really does get dulled out by the DSP, doesn't it? But it kind of fits with the whole scheme. The whole thing kind of gets dulled by that paper, so it's kind of fun. I like it. Okay, let's take this off. I think it has enough stamping now. It's this really cool background. Now let's see what happens when we put it on our paper. Oh, I like that. And that birdhouse really brings the color of the mat like back down to it. Okay, now what are we gonna do to it? What else can we do to it, right? Brene, you're loving this card. You're so cool. Gosh, to think after you had a crap day, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we could do thinking of you. Life is beautiful is a great sentiment, but it's a little long. We could do thinking of you, or we could do hello. I kind of like the thinking of you. What do you think? And you know what, I'm gonna put that on the Stamparatus too, because if it's not dark enough, we may want to redo it. And I'm a little unsure of how colors are being transported onto this DSP. That's another reason to use the Stamparatus, isn't it? Pretty. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. You're gonna have to do it dark. Yeah, I know. Otherwise, see, Kathy, you knew. You already knew. Oh, you know what? We can put this on another layer, actually. Let's do that to kind of give ourselves a little bit of texture and interest. And then, sorry, I was reading. Yeah, thinking of you. Okay, perfect. I was reading comments. Let's put this up on a piece of solid cardstock though, and then we can hide like some ribbon behind it. See where my mind goes. Embellishments, which should make you happy, because when you get your card kits from me, they're full of embellishments. Probably more than the business side of me should be putting in there, but I don't care, because at the end I just want really beautiful cards and happy customers. So, you know, just enjoy. Let's see. Maybe I will get some more smoky slate and see how we like that. Because, let's see here. This, see, it's very, is that gray granite? Yeah, it is. Those are so close to me. I think yeah, or Sahara sand. You're right. I'm very good, I think, at identifying the colors, but there are just some where you kind of have to just compare them. Okay. Now we'll probably die cut this out or punch it out. Which one? Left or right? And I will look for a little, ooh, I just got this punch. Might not be big enough though. It's not. That's okay. What else you got, Lisa? I don't want anything too fussy, because I need it to look like nature. How about just a rectangle, or left. You just got a little lost because of the wood knot in the paper. It's so realistic. Yes. Okay, let's see here. We've got this. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Like those kids said on Sleepless in Seattle, it's MFEO, made for each other. Funny weird things you remember. Like, well, I remember a lot of that movie. I was just going to say, I don't remember anything from that movie except for Made for Each Other. That's not true. That part's not true. Okay, I think we're done with Stamparatus. I actually wish that birdhouse wasn't on there, but it's okay. And it's all right. I can live with it. Then I was thinking, I could cover it up. That'll be an option. Just keep that in mind. Vellum. Yes. Okay, but you want me to stamp on the vellum? Is that what you're saying, Brene? Or you want me to put vellum behind it? Oh, crap. I just moved these and then I didn't know. I'm pretty sure gray granite was on the left. Okay, I like that. All right, let me get the gray granite. I'm not going to mix too many more colors into this right now. Before I came on, I know I told you these were new stamps, but I did kind of like, what do I want to say? Tried to take the finish off of them. You know how there's like kind of a manufacturing finish on photopolymer stamps. And what I do is, this is usually super easy. Like I don't have any, you know, 2 times on my pants or anything like that. I take the whole stamp set, right? Like when all the stamps are on this, and I just rub it on the chamois. And then I don't have any problems. So that's also, if you want to be super lazy, that's how you can clean them. But that's what I do to like condition them, if you want to call it that. But it's always good. I always like feel like I should note that, because you won't get a good impression if you just try to start using it and then people think that they're not using them right or something. So let's bring in Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine available at a store near you called thestampingzoo.com. You can jet on over there after this and buy this. Or you, oh my gosh, it's so close. You don't even know what I'm talking about. But you can also get it in your starter kit. What? Yes. If you want to start as a discount shopper and be a member of the Stamping Zoo, as long as you live in the United States, I would love to have you on my team. There's a place for everyone on my team, and we have a good time. And we are a small but growing team. And I have a lot of personal interaction with my team. By that I mean on the internet too, because some of my ladies, right now it's just all ladies, some of my ladies are a little far away. And so, but we still have fun. We know how to have fun online. And so anyway, if you're thinking about that, also full details over at the Stamping Zoo. But you can also call me, 208-830-6328. I prefer if you hold off until after this video. But I would love to talk to you and answer questions. When I answer questions, I don't care if you're in the United States, and I don't care if you're going to sign up on my team or not. I just care that you get your questions answered. It seems like, even though I think the internet has really helped this, but I know I didn't know what quote unquote being a demonstrator was all about. I had a certain thing in my mind, and it wasn't that at all. Kind of like, even though there's somebody, one of my customers was telling another person at the class at a stamp camp, this was of course months ago, but she was mentioning like what demonstrators can and cannot do. And I was like, no, hold up. That is not the case. And so it was, I'm glad that that happened, because we needed to have that conversation of like, no, demonstrators don't have certain guidelines. Can we hide that there? Can we hide that? I think that's good. Hi, Natasha. Oh, Danica's in bed after a big birthday. I love that so much. I think I want to hide the birdhouse. I think it was too much. Yes, I'm going to. I'm going to make the executive decision. Oh, Maria, what are you doing? What are you doing here? I thought you were watching football, because I don't rate as well as football. Oh, well, I'm very glad to see you, even if you're just like waiting for the football or whatever. Most of you know that I'm like such a super fan of football. It's crazy. And by a super fan, I mean, I can't stand it. So anyway, Maria told me she wasn't going to be here because football's on now, which I was actually going to tell you, Maria, go ahead and enjoy it for 2 weeks because then it'll be all wrapped up. They'll all be sick. And then we'll be back to, I'll be the hottest thing on Thursday night, right? Except for, I gotta say, now that Natasha's here, and I won't go on and on about this show, but Real Housewives, the finale of New York was last week, and so the reunion's on tonight, right now, but I'm not rushing. No, I'm not rushing because I'm recording. I record everything and watch it. I don't do live TV anymore. And anyway, so that's on, and then the other one that I watch must be Beverly Hills. That one's good. That one's pretty interesting. It's kind of in the middle of its reunion. Oh my. Those ladies have a lot of time on their hands. So the mats I did, the color mat, the Misty Moonlight, is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I took the papers down, and this is the same for all the papers, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So, and I'm just looking and I'm like, dear God, it's taken me 30 minutes to make this card. Well, we had a little trial and error there, didn't we, in the beginning? Now I want to see if, oh yeah, I got to keep the loops kind of tight. So the easiest way I know to do this, I should probably use Seal Plus. Seal Plus is a little more holding power for fibers and textural things, right? And so what I did was I just ran that on the back of this, not completely, like not totally covering it, but I just hit lots of parts. And then you can, while you're looking at the front of your little sentiment, you can place these loops exactly where you want them. Okay, then we are going to put that up on dimensionals. Okay, look, this is what I've been using for dimensionals though. It works so slick. So this was an adhesive sheet that we have used the last couple of weeks. And then after I cut out all the letters, of course, I still have some pieces of it, and there was no way I was going to get rid of that. The only thing that's different about it is one side has backing paper and one side has Whisper White cardstock on it. So I have to put glue on this side. But it's perfect. And it's, I mean, just use your stuff. I feel like, well, it's not that expensive. I'm not going to just throw it away. Oh, yes. What a nice little fix. And that's a really cool little kind of a centerpiece of a very simple card. What do you think of this? I think it's kind of cute. Thinking of you. So cute. We could do like the birdhouse right down here at the top of the card. I might do that. Tip of the week. Oh, yes. I should show this to Nancy in case she doesn't know. I mean, I know she's all about that. So, yes, because this is the same. It's the same dimension as the dimensionals. So just use that instead. I think it is kind of pretty too. It's very restrained for me. All right, let's jump over to, speaking of restrained, let's jump over to the glimmer paper because I'm getting anxious and I just would like to jump into that. And the Snowflake Splendor paper. And I pulled some of the green because that's actually in there too. I forgot about that. Just jade. No, it's not. I was thinking that was it, but it's not. It is all of our blues and Highland Heather. You know what? This must be Coastal Cabana, but I thought that it was that. That's okay. I'm still going to do it. This is just jade with Pool Party. And then this is Pool Party DSP. And so see how it has all of that subtle like crystallization on it. Looks like a very frosty day. I really like that. And then I have this one. Maybe I'll do this one first because the colors are really cool. I already know the colors I want to use. This is Balmy Blue, right, with basically Balmy Blue DSP. The other side is, ooh, this. So like one side has more distinct kind of snowflake patterns, and then the other side is more of the technique of the paper. And then I want a strip of Balmy Blue. I'll tell you right now, I want to use that with the Label Me Pretty punch, because that, or Pick a Label punch. I think I'm calling it the wrong one. They're just so cute though. So if you don't have one of these punches, you can tell from the dotted lines, wherever the dotted lines are, there's different sizes of guides down here, and we'll give you different patterns. I'm trying to not catch the light with these, and it's harder to see. There we go. So anyway, and I've just written on the top, you can have a 1/2 inch paper, 3/4 of an inch, or an inch. Or probably somewhere in between there, but if you want to use the guides, that's what they're measured. So basically, I turn this around and I just kind of use it like this. Make sure that this is the smallest one, right? So I can tell it's going to be just that first little rectangle piece. And just like gives you a really simple, but nice polished look right there. And then if you wanted to do it a little more decorative, then you do the other one. And see, the other one just has a slight difference there. And then they step out until if you use a 1 inch piece, it makes this entire design. Very handy. These are $23, but the normal punches, I guess standard punches, are usually $18, but you get so much more versatility. And I love adding a little extra to sentiment strips. So this is going to be back behind a sentiment strip. So we're going to have a piece of Whisper White. We are going to stamp on this piece. Okay. So now that I've got all this stuff out, let me get it back. Let me put it back out of my way. We need the Stamparatus again. We still got it loaded up. So this is going to be, and I cut all of the DSP the same, or that was my intention. We shall see. So anyway, I cut all of the DSP the same, right? And just like Susan was telling us earlier, this stamp set lends itself very easily to 4 seasons stamping. I think I want to put most of the tree on this one actually. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure the top and bottom margin are fine. I'm going to move this over a little bit. Let's see if we like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, this is going to be my purple tree because I already know that I love Highland Heather with this mix of colors because I love the DSP. Yes, I know, Roz, so versatile. The punches are so versatile. You're right, Donna. The birdhouse was getting lost. It needed to go. It needed to go away. But that's okay. That's how we learn, right? And then we know. All right. Let's see what we get when we do this. Oh, look at that. It's so fun. This is very up my alley. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just like really cool. Now, I want to clean this off. Then we're going to bring in, you ordered the punch and not the bundle. Oh, for this, I don't even remember what came with it. Probably a bunch of sentiments, huh? I think I have it, but I can't even remember. I'll have to look that up because it's really pretty. And yes, Kathy, you make a good point, which I've learned over the years myself, and that is just get the bundle because you save 10% on new bundles or anything marked a bundle, you save 10% on if you buy it together at the same time. And I tell you, just like she said, 9 times out of 10, you will think you don't want it, or you'll think, oh yeah, I have something that's like that. And then you just want to come back in and get it anyway. So save yourself the 10% and just do that. And like with my Charmed card kits, if you are buying the bundle at the same time that you buy the kit, I actually give you an extra 10% off of that. So that's really the way to do it. Or buy it from yourself as a demonstrator. I'm all about that too. Okay, so like I said, there are these snowflakes. And we might use these also. But let's start with the snowflakes and see what happens. Now, I have to choose a color though. I almost want Pacific Point. Is it going to be outrage about that? Because Pacific Point's pretty cool. Oh, thanks, Susan. It's called Lovely You. That makes sense. I'm just going to put this over to the side. See, but it gets really darkened. Kind of like when we were doing the birdhouse, right? You have to start with something that's a little more bright, not so subtle. Oh, this is sweet. This looks whimsical right off the bat. Except I got my magnet stuck in there. Oh, I recovered. I really like that for the ground. I think that's really sweet looking. Okay, I don't want those. You focused on it for a month and made some cards. Nice. I'm sure that I saw you using it, Susan, so once I see it again, I'll be reminded. Or maybe I'll just pop over there and watch your videos again. Let's see, it's kind of, let's see. It's kind of like, I do want these up in the air. This is immediately reminding me of, some of you won't know this because some of you live in places with too much humidity, but in desert areas like Boise is, semi-arid, sometimes in the winter the air can be so dry that there's this frost, and I think it's called hoarfrost. Doesn't sound very nice, but it's absolutely beautiful. The air will be so dry that it will take your breath away, but it gets like a heavy layer of frost on everything, and it looks like everything in nature looks crystallized. That's the only way I can describe it to you. So anyway, that's what this is reminding me of, just this piece, and oh, so fun. Okay, I think I want to start again. I just want to use Balmy Blue and see what happens. Let's have just like a thought. What do I want to say? I want to have a really light impression, not a thought, a light impression of those bubbles. Oh, this is fun. I hope you all have the stamp set and you can use it. It's super fun to use it on the Stamparatus. Get that Stamparatus out, girls. It's fun. Okay, and I'm going to kind of do this again, right? Like it's just being carried off in the wind. Oh, you know what we can do too? To just make it look different. Remember, this piece looks all wonky, so I'll go ahead and sacrifice it. No, I don't have to. There we go. So we're going to stamp once, and then let's do a second generation here. Oh, you can't see it. Okay. Hey, we tried. This is your stamp set on the next order. Excellent. It's so fun. You're going to love it, Kathy. I can't wait to see what you create. It will be like stupendous. So keep this in mind for Halloween, or for Halloween cards, for Christmas cards, or maybe somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, but you want to give them a winter card, you know? How about a Hanukkah card, Roz? It's got lots of blues in it. And I mean, it would be definitely an artistic interpretation. But if you stuck to the colors of Hanukkah, I think you could make a really cool Hanukkah card with this. That would be kind of fun. Okay. I just really kind of like a simple hello, but I'm going to put that on white. Then we're going to cut it out. And we're going to put that piece of balmy blue glimmer paper back behind it. Ooh, look at that. It's stunning. And if you put that on, once you get your design, you know, you get all your paper cut and you just start making those for your Christmas cards. You could make 20 in a very short amount of time. Okay, so then I really just wanted this to be a nice pop. Looks like I need to get a new blade out. I don't even know if I've changed the blade in the paper trimmer since I got it. That's crazy. Because I bought them when they were new. Wasn't that last year? Maybe I've changed it one time. Okay, so remember, we're going to use a piece of this. Then I'm going to pop this up. And I'm wondering if that little rectangle would be kind of cute. Would be kind of fun. Oh, you're talking about the stamp set that goes with the punch. Got it, Cappy, because you said you didn't buy it. I'm sorry. That's what happens when I try to follow the conversation when I'm stamping. Let's see if this one, I don't think it's, yeah, it's not tall enough. And this one is probably the same as. Okay, I can go with that. I have this other one though. This is retired, but I just bought it off the clearance rack. No, it's a little bit, we'll cut the ends off. It's really cool though. So I got this one, excuse me, and then I got this baby, this 1/2 inch. These are invaluable and they were cheap. Okay, so get yourself over to the clearance rack if you haven't already. I don't know if they're still there, but if there's not, I almost guarantee you're going to find something else you like. Trust me on that. So, okay. I think I'm going to keep it balmy blue. I want to keep that kind of simple. Yep. And then we'll just die cut that thing out. And then I think I could bring some of those the blue, balmy blue embellishments. I think we can bring some of those in too, because they're gorge. And they have 2 finishes on them. One's like kind of clear, and then one is iridescent. Oh, you love this card, Pam? You know what? I do too. Little secret there for you. I'm really liking it. I like the other one fine. The other one's fine. Very cute. Very fall-like. Very thinking of you. It'll definitely go out probably tomorrow. But, oh, let's see. I think I need to move this up. Yeah, I do. But I'm just in love with these blues and purples. Very fun. Okay. All right. Get our cute little hello going there. And oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm gonna bring in our Wonder Woman one more time. She's very handy. Hello, Tango. How are you doing? Thinks it's time to party. And by party, I mean, looks like he wants to go to sleep. They had fun with Miss Lindsay, their dog walker, today, so they're a little tired. Plus, they didn't get their nap yesterday because the internet guy showed up during their nap. And it's much more interesting, apparently, to follow the internet guy around than to nap. I was not following him around. They were. fact, I heard him, he was talking to them and he was like, you're kind of curious. I don't even know what they were doing, but oh gosh, I know, you guys, I miss Jen too. When I talk with her, it's like, Jen, I need to talk to you every day. She is doing well. I'm sure all of you have talked to her if you're on her team. She is still doing her team videos at least once a week. I think she may be on there more than that, but she's still communique. And I hope she gets her home situation settled soon, don't you? Yes, having your home settled makes your mind settled. Okay, I hate to glue down this beautiful paper. Yes. Oh, that's sweet. I also need to send a card to Karen Titus's mom. I've got to do that because her birthday was last week and I believe she was 96. And I love watching Karen and Tim, and I find them really just beautiful people. And some of you may know this, and some of you may have already sent cards, but Karen's mom is in assisted living or a nursing home situation. I don't know which one, but in any case, they have to just go to the window. And that's a bummer. So she had over 100 cards earlier today. And so I'm like, oh, and Karen also said that they were going to start tracking the month, or no, the states from where they get the cards. And I was like, well, I know they have fans in Idaho. I'm just sure they have fans in Idaho. But I'm going to make sure she has a card from Idaho because she sounds like a really nice lady. And so anyway, there was and if you're all wondering about that, Karen posted a picture, and again, it was last week, but it had the address on it and her mom's name, and it was Karen sitting, visiting her mom. So it's Karen sitting on a bench outside. This is how you'll know where the address is. Okay, that's how I'm going to go back and find it. So anyway, if you're interested, I just thought I'd mention it because that's a tough situation for such a big milestone, right? So now this is where I'm just guessing. I'm just going to size it up and see like what I like. It also doesn't necessarily have to be centered. In fact, I probably won't make it centered, but it needs to be a little bit shorter. And so you can either do that this way and just take like a little nibble off of it, or if you need to, you can cut with the scissors. Now that I think looks really pretty. And let's try it out. I don't want to hide too much of our beautiful tree. It's so gorgeous. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, I like that. So again, we're going to use a little bit of our Seal Plus down through the middle of that. And I am not going to center this, remember. I'm going to give it a little off center. That's called the what? Did she mean to do that? Or that's why you have to push it over there more than just a little bit, or else people will just think you don't know what you're doing. You guys never think that about me, do you? No, I didn't think so. Huh, that's crazy. I was just sitting here thinking about that. Of course you do, but you're still here. So I love that. I love that about you. Okay, and we're going to use up this. I know, these colors are just, yeah. Oh, Brene, you say they just started outdoor visiting where your mom is. You can sit across a table on a patio. It's a start, right? It's a start. Gosh, because that, heck, I even had my own problems, and I'm not comparing this in any way to being isolated in a care facility, but I really was having my own like emotional isolation problems. and I needed to start getting out a little bit more. And so I did that last weekend. The risk is worth the reward, and I'm not in any way being risky, but it's worth the reward. Trust me. Okay, let me get out those beautiful blue gems that I was talking about that are fantastic. And if you don't keep your embellishments this way, I highly recommend it. These are our thin storage cases, or maybe they're called slim storage cases. And anyway, you buy them in packages of 4, and trust me, you'll use 4 and want 4 more. Okay, they're so handy. And for this kind of thing, it's just the only way I've found to keep them. Not lots of times if I was having them loose, they would fall inside the drawer that I keep them in. And then of course I would think that I was out of them, but I wasn't. And then I'd go and buy some more, right? Until I had way too many of one thing. So kind of keeps me on the straight and narrow. Let's see here. I'll just have to use my scissors. So these are the gems I was talking about. And for this particular card, I don't really like the iridescent. I want to just use the plain color, which they're hardly plain. I don't even know what to call them, but they're so pretty. See that? Look at that. And I think you get 260. I think you get 260, believe it or not, on here. So 130 of each. And then even those are broken down into 2 different sizes. Donna says, you've been using the empty cases for dimensionals, pearls, rhinestones, and specialty rhinestones. Yes, right? Because there's that part of buying. That's fantastic. We all love it. But then it has to be organized enough so you can find it. Otherwise, God forbid, you have to buy it again. Like me. Let's see. I think I want 5 on here. I might put like a little one down here and then a larger one down there too. There's not a mandate. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of doing that, putting them on until I like it. Well, that's cool. That's probably going to be one of my Christmas cards. I'll put a different sentiment on it, but I'm down with that. I love it. It gives me a total feeling of wintry, doesn't it? Okay, 2 totally different cards made with same dimensions, right? Even the same sentiment, or the same stitched rectangle for the sentiments, and just a little bit of difference in the embellishments, and what a different look. I love it. So don't forget about the Life is Beautiful stamp set. It's really fun. And also don't forget about the little classes and the contest that I told you about. I might start another class next month too. And I'm probably going to try trivia night again next month. So please watch for that. I'll be advertising it, and it'll still be super fun. A little bit different holidays than the last one for the make and takes. But other than that, my camera's really close tonight. We'll get it worked out. Okay, anyway, let's just look at that card because we love it, right? It's so fun. Ooh, I like this. And I think my favorite part though is using the snowflakes to ground the whole image. So that's kind of fun. Okay, well, I'm going to be admiring those. I need to pop you back up so I can turn this off. Yes, super fun. Look, I'm standing on my head, everybody. That's how agile I am. I've had a fun time with you tonight. I hope you guys had fun too, even though it looked like I was kind of going a little wayward on that first card. It's easy to recover when you're using the Stamparatus, right? So I highly recommend, if for nothing else, the size of that tree really lends itself to using the Stamparatus. Thank you so much for all the love hearts. I see them, I bring them in, and then I throw them back out to you. Thank you so much, everybody. It's just so nice to see all of you, and I hope you're gonna have a great weekend ahead. Okay, you'll see more of me. All right, everybody, have a great night. Now let's see if I can get this thing turned off. Right? Let's see.